Hey guys, how are you? I am glad you are watching. I am going to do a quick eyeshadow look today for you. You can tell I already have on my makeup, my normal hack. So I'm gonna just do my eyes for you guys. I'm gonna be using 4 colors today, and I'm gonna be using 2 brushes. The brushes that I love and cannot live without for my eyes are this blend and tap brush. And I love it because you can use it for so many things. You can use it for your eyeshadow on each end. You can use it to line your lips. You can use it for your contour. This is a brush you definitely need to have in your drawer. You want this brush. I also use and love my eyeshadow everything brush. I use this fluffy end to blend for my windshield wiper effect all the way over. I use this end to put shades and colors right in my crease where I want them. I also use this end to line my eyes. So definitely both of these brushes are ones you're gonna wanna grab if you don't have them. So today, just a quick, basic, easy eyeshadow look. You can use any 4 colors that you want to create this look. I say a lot of times I'll use 3 or 4 colors. I always find myself grabbing Cupcake or Sabrina. Today I'm using Cupcake because it does not have any shimmer to it. It's just a good basic all over color. I'm using shimmer in my other colors, so I don't want too much. Now I'm a shimmer kind of a girl. But I don't want you to be able to see me from the other side of Target glistening and shimmering, which is where I'm headed today with my mask, of course. So I'm putting Cupcake all over, and it's just gonna give me a good base. And for that, I'm using my blend and tap brush, okay? So I used Cupcake for all over. The next shade that I'm gonna use is Basic, and it's a good brown. I think that would go good with the army green kind of shirt that I have on today. So I'm taking my eyeshadow everything brush. I'm taking that fluffy end, and I've just swirled it around in there, but I'm gonna tap it off just a little bit to make sure I don't have tons on my brush. Our makeup, whether it's cream or powdery eyeshadows, all of it is super pigmented. So you don't wanna get a lot on there at all. A little bit goes a long way, I promise. So with my basic, I'm just going in the windshield wiper motion and doing that in my crease and right above my crease. All right, now let's stop and focus. I kind of have my eyes shut and I was doing my crease, right? I've got hooded eyes. So when I open my eyes, you don't see that basic at all, right? Now, if I've got them closed, you do. So here's the trick with hooded eyes. Mine, the older I get, the more hooded they get. So you don't see that basic. I'm gonna grab a little bit more. And this time, I'm gonna keep my eye open and look right at you, and I'm gonna put it above my crease on that bone. And guys, you can see it. Now it looks like I have on eyeshadow, right? Do you see the difference in putting it right on your bone, right above your crease when you have hooded eyes like me? Now you can see that, all right? Big difference, right? So I'm gonna do the exact same thing with the other side. Tap off a little bit. I start with a swirl in the corner just to get the product there, and then I windshield wiper over. And if you're using different colors and you don't have basic, no big deal. I usually start with my darkest or either my next to darkest. So this is gonna be my next to darkest. Is that even a word? Is that a phrase? I guess it is. So I'm starting with basic. I'm gonna use one that's a little bit darker just to fill in the corner to give me some depth and dimension and just to make my eyes pop. But for right now, I'm just doing my windshield wiper motion over in my crease and right above. Now check it out. I've got some fallout. No sweat. We'll clean that up at the end, okay? You just keep right on going. Because our makeup is cream, that wipes right away, all right? So I've used my eyeshadow everything brush, and I have put basic, which is my next to darkest, not my darkest, but the one a little bit lighter than that, on the outside corner in a swirly, and then I've windshield wiped it over. All right, now I'm gonna take my darkest color that I'm gonna be using today. And today that's Fin. And I love Fin. I don't wear it a ton. I need to though. I use the other end of this eyeshadow everything brush because it's very precise. It's very dense too, so it picks up even more product. So be careful when you're using this end. So I'm literally just tapping it in, like tap, tap, getting a little bit on, and then I'm gonna put it literally right in the crease. Almost like a what, greater than sign in my crease. So I'm gonna go across the bottom and I'm gonna go up the sides and I'm adding it right in my crease. See that? And I'll blend that so you don't have to worry or be afraid or think, oh my goodness, that's dark. I will blend that. You just flip this over and you use the other end of your eyeshadow everything brush and you just blend it in. That looks really pretty. You can also take this color and add it underneath because it's your darkest color. Give yourself a little bit of a lined look, but it's a smudgy lined look. See that? I love to do that with this darkest shade of my eyeshadow. I like this look instead of the dark lined look, totally your preference, but I just love this look. You can see the difference in my eyes, minus the fallout. Pretend like that's not there. But you can see the difference in how this eye just pops and has a little bit more depth and dimension to it. Doesn't that look good? So I'm gonna do the same thing to the other eye, just tapping lightly with this small end of my eyeshadow everything brush. I'm back in that Fin and I'm staying in the crease this time and doing that greater than or less than sign. When I look in this phone, it always goes the opposite direction, right? So I never know which side, what it's doing. I flip it over, I blend everything out, make sure it matches, grab a little bit more for underneath, give myself that smudgy lined look, a little bit more for on top, not even going all the way over. Isn't that pretty? All right, so constantly blending. I blend, blend, blend. I don't want to look too dark, okay? So I've used Cupcake all over. I've used Basic in my crease and in the corners. And then I've picked up some Fin, and some Fin has some sparkle to it, so I love that. All right, now my next shade that I'm gonna use, I love, you can do this one different ways. It's a shimmery, it is Bright Eyes. So it looks like, if you can see it, it looks like this one. Love that. You can use your finger or you can go back to your blend and tap brush and use kind of this pointy end here just to pick up the product. Today I'm just gonna use my finger. So I'm gonna pick up some Bright Eyes and it looks like that. So see, it's shimmery. And I'm going to just tap it on my eyelid just to finish out this look. Isn't that pretty? Now, that is gorgeous. Look at there. Look at the difference. Doop, doop. Just a little bit goes a long way. All right, I still have some on there, so I'm just gonna add a smidgen, that's a technical term, right? And I'm going to tap it just on that lower lid. Let me come in this way. Y'all can't see me, but let me come in that way. Now, doesn't that look pretty? All right, now to get rid of that fallout, I'm gonna take one of my brushes. I believe today, I don't remember what I used today. So I'm just gonna grab my 30-second hack. I'm gonna just pick up a little tiny bit of my brightening highlight, which is White Peach, on my 30-second hack brush, and I'm gonna give myself a little eye lift. See, when you go straight up that way, it pulls that eye up. Look at the difference. You had no idea, did you? All right, so you're just taking your A brush, doesn't matter which one. I believe I don't remember what I used when I put on my hack, when I did my normal highlight and contour. So I just tapped the end of this brush, which I love to use for under my eyes anyway. I tapped it in my brightening highlight and I pulled my eye straight up at that angle. Number one, it got rid of all that fallout, right? I mean, that's gone. Number two, it gives you a facelift. Plain and simple. I mean, do you need this makeup? I think you do. All right, so tapping into my highlight, my brightening highlight, which is white peach. And then I'm gonna go in and I'm going to pull it straight up. Pull straight up from the corner of my eye. Look at that, y'all. I mean, instant eye lift and see ya fall out. Done. It's pretty, isn't it? I love that. All right, so you can always take your little spoolie end of your hotline brush, which I love. I take the spoolie end and do my crazy eyebrows. I already have all my eyelash mascara, so you can see that. See? And then you can use Arabian Nights, which is a cream eyeshadow. You can use your contour, which goes on very smooth. I like to use Oak. Oak is another eyeshadow. I love to use Oak. My eyebrows are pretty light, and Oak is too. So I just take that small end and dab it in the Oak, and then you can fill in your eyebrows with this end of the brush. So at the beginning, I don't start right here because I feel like it gives you a whole big bloom, and then you pull it over and then that looks heavy right there. So I kind of start here and then here, and then I kind of go back and give myself those little lined brush strokes all the way around. But you are just lining your eyebrows. See? Difference. So taking Oak to the other side doesn't take much. I'm just barely tapping it in. You saw how I did that. I didn't start right there. I came back and did that. I gave a little bit here and a little bit on the downside. I think about this like the Wild Eagle at Dollywood. We love Dollywood. That's like my home away from home. It's my happy place. And so going up the hill and down the hill. So I get it on the hill and then I get it down the hill, and then I take over and do right out of the gate, right at the beginning. So friends, that's it. That is eyes made easy. Now, I am not an eyeshadow guru or expert by any means, but I have found that using just 4 colors, any 4 colors you want, a light all over, a little bit darker in your crease and in the windshield wiper motion, and then the darkest one that all goes in the same family, that all complement each other in the corner, like you're doing a greater than or less than sign, and then something a little bit lighter, but still in the same family. And I love the shimmer. So I put the shimmer on the rest of my lid. And I use that darkest color, whatever I'm using, for my smudgy liner look, if I'm gonna wear that look that day. And y'all, this is it. I mean, this is it. So whatever eyeshadows you have, you can create this same look following those same little basic steps, or you can grab the ones that I used today. I used Cupcake, I used Basic, Thin, and Bright Eyes in that order, all right? And some Oak for my eyebrows. So that really gave me 5, if you count that one, but that's just a bonus, right? All right, I'm so glad you watched today. If you've got questions, please feel free to message me, fill out the form for a free color match on my Instagram page. It's in my links in my bio. Thanks for joining. Hope you have a great day.